Hey, what up, everyone? I've been getting a lot of questions about my bike, so I figured I'd just throw a quick video together to kind of explain all the parts on it and kind of do a quick bike check. Yeah, let's go through it. So the frame is a Marino, which is it's made by a builder down in Peru. He hand welds steel frames. I think he has some additional guys who weld for him now. Everything is TIG welded. There's a bunch of different materials you can choose from, different kinds of steel. For this build, I picked the stiffest steel he had available, based on experience. So we'll kind of go into that. So this is the third frame I've ordered from him. The first one was back a few years now. I think it was back in 2020 or 2021. It was I'd used a Reynolds 725 steel to build it, and it came out a little soft. I mean, it works. I still have the frame, but it left me wanting something a little stiffer. So that's kind of why I went with this material. So yeah, he hand makes the frames, completely custom geometry. You can do whatever you want, pretty much, as long as it's physically possible. And the price is incredibly reasonable. This was around $1,000 shipped to my door from Peru. One of the drawbacks is it does take some time. I think like on his website it says it takes like 3 weeks or whatever, but it's more like 6 months. So you kind of really got to plan when you want a bike to order it from him. So yeah, I went with the stiffest steel they had. Asked him to make it extra burly, so you can see like down here there's actually like 2 layers of steel all the way down around the bottom bracket to really add to the lateral stiffness when you're pedaling. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'5", so a lot of bikes out there, they don't really fit tall people. It's not a very balanced ride. So it's been fun exploring geometry. The geometry on this, the big numbers are, it's a 530 reach. The stack is 640, so it's not a super tall bike, but it gets the job done. It's got a 32 millimeter drop on the bottom bracket. The seat tube angle is 79 degrees, so it's pretty steep. And then the chain stays is 470 millimeter, which seems super long, but if you actually do a front center to rear center ratio with how long the front of the frame is, it's actually not that bad. That length combined with the steep seat tube angle, it's so good at climbing. You don't have to stand up. You can just sit and power over anything. What else? The head tube angle is 62.5 degrees with a 170 fork on it, which the fork is currently set at around 170. Okay, so that's more or less the frame. One thing about Marino is he only builds single pivot full suspension, so you kind of have to know what you're getting into when you're ordering a single pivot. The leverage curve on them, it's not really a curve, it's the leverage ratio on them, it's very linear, especially the way he builds them. I also have an orange, which is also a single pivot, and the shock is mounted more at an angle kind of like that, which actually increases the progression on the stroke. But because I wanted such a long stroke to travel ratio, this is a 230 by 65, it just kind of had to crank it up. So at the very deep end of the stroke here, you're getting a lot of wheel travel for very little stroke on the shock. But anyways, that's why I ended up with a very low volume air shock, so I could add a lot of progression, and that does work very well. So I'm pretty happy with that. So fork, it's an Intend Flash. Not a lot of information about these on the internet. Intend is a freaking dope company. I think it's like 3 guys in Germany throwing these things together. This is the Intend Flash. It's super cool. It has adjustable travel from 160 millimeters to 190 millimeters, and adjusting the travel is super simple. All you got to do is put a shock pump onto the air valve on the top here. And once you do that, disconnect the wheel, remove the axle so that the stanchions can free spin, and with the with the shock pump attached, it like compresses a little detent in the valve, in the Schrader valve. It's like a custom Schrader valve, and that allows you to spin. When you spin, it's like on a 1 millimeter per turn thread pitch, and you can adjust the travel 1 millimeter at a time. So it's super cool. It's pretty low stack for the travel. Before this, I had a Fox 36 170, or sorry, 160. I had a Fox 36 160 mil on here, and when I basically took it off, took this fork next to it, and got the same axle to crown on it, and this one was at like 173. So I think currently right now I'm running 173 millimeters of travel on this, and it's the same length as the Fox 36 at 160 mil. So the geometry is a little down from how it was originally designed, but I'm pretty happy with that right now. Another thing about the fork is it's really lightweight for how burly it is. I think like when you held it up next to the Fox 36, you couldn't feel the difference at all. I think it was like when I measured it, it was 80 grams heavier. So it is heavier than a Fox 36. I need to weigh it against a Fox 38 that I have. That's what I should do and check. So yeah, I'll do a full detailed review on that later. Amazing, awesome fork. Highly recommended. Short answer. Wheel set are Noble 41s with Onyx plastics for the hubs on it. Great hubs, love them. The rims are what they are. They're nice, wide, burly rims. I think carbon is pretty interchangeable at this point. I do have cush core in it, and I am running a 2.5 aggressor in the rear and a 2.6 dissector in the front. That's a great combo for SoCal with kind of the sandy and the loose over hard. Perfect. It rolls way faster than like DHR, DHF, or DHR and a Assegai. This is way faster combo, still plenty of grip, you can still fly. For the dropper, it's a 1-up 240 mil dropper. It's a Gen 2. I just put it in a strong basic solution to get rid of the anodizing on it and to make it silver, so it kind of matched everything. That worked out pretty good. 5-dev crank and chainring. It's an oval chainring. I'm not sold on oval chain rings. When this thing wears out, I'll probably put a round one back on. 5-dev all around. Pedals, super nice, super thin. Like them. I was getting some axial play on one of them, and it has that IGUS bushing in it, and I think that's worn out a little bit on one of them. But as long as I keep it packed with some heavy grease, it seems to be keeping it quiet for now. But I'll probably need to replace that at some point. What else do we have on it? So the group set is Dior XT. It's the Link Glide 11-speed, that new 11-speed stuff. Pretty burly. I like it a lot. Haven't had any issues with it. I don't really need 12-speed or anything, so it's been good. Brakes are Hayes Dominion A4s. Nothing to complain about on those. Super light action. I got them pretty touchy, kind of like Shimano right now. It's okay. My other bike, I'm running Hopes, so it's complete opposite of the Hopes, but they're probably slightly less powerful than the Hopes, but they're pretty much as good, so I'm pretty happy with them. Let's see, what else do I have on here? Oh yeah, a lot of Wolf Tooth bling, Wolf Tooth headset, Wolf Tooth seat post clamp, some other stuff. I'm running a Brooks, what does this say? Brooks Cambium C15 with the scoop. Great seat, super heavy, but super comfortable. It's like sitting on a hammock. Love it. Running a Trail One stem. I think it's the one that's like made in the U.S. I forget the model name or whatever, but it really fit with the theme. I like that it was made in the U.S., so got that. The bars are 50 mil titles. I'm pretty happy with those. Nice and stiff. Yeah, and ergon grips. And that's pretty much the whole build. I've been super stoked with it. It rides pretty good. I got plenty of videos on the channel of me riding it if you want to see how it rides. But it's super plush, super quiet. It's like a magic carpet. I love it. So next steps, probably replace the frame, honestly. I would really like to get like something like an Archibald, or maybe the Nikolai G1 with the gearbox. I really want to try a gearbox, so that'll probably be in my future. Just depending, we'll see how all the tariffs work out and everything. If it's cheaper to get something from Canada or Germany, I'm kind of a sucker for steel, so I am leaning towards the Archibald. But I love Nikolai too, so they're super cool too. Yeah. Anyways, let's see what else. Oh yeah, one thing that didn't work out on this bike was I tried this STFU, the chain guides. They're supposed to make it, quiet. I had the one back here as well, and that one ended up getting sucked under the chain, or under the seat stay, and it got sucked into the spokes of my wheel, and it got all messed up while I was at a bike park. So I had to just rip it off. So yeah, now I'm just running this one here, and I don't know if it's actually doing anything, but it hasn't caused any problems, so I haven't removed it. So yeah, I would not recommend a STFU chain guide. Just find something else. Yeah, and that's all I got. But yeah, if you have any questions, just put them below, and I'll be sure to answer them. Yeah, let me know what you think.